morning, everybody. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and welcome to Boardwalk Hall in the famed Atlantic City Boardwalk in southern New Jersey for tonight's main event. 10 rounds of heavyweight action between these two great warriors. Rose is making his way to the ring right now, and you can just see in his eyes what his intentions are tonight. Jones is making his way to the ring right now, puffing out his chest, glaring with those eyes, and taking a big stride to his destination of glory.
Fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Rose. And his opponent fighting across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, Junior Jones.
All right, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. You know what to do. Let's have a good, clean fight. All right?
10 rounds slated in the books tonight. Here's the first. Teddy, I've seen many times in your career you were instructing a fighter that was going to face a fighter who just had the longer reach, flat out had it. What did you tell him? What did you try to cement in his head leading up to that fight?
You know, sometimes you get caught up when you're fighting a fighter with those great, outstanding physical attributes like tallness and height, reach advantage. You start to think that only one way is the way to go. You got to force yourself to work your way in. I remind myself and I remind my fighter that you can step out and make the taller man give up his height. Walk him into traps.
Comes right back at him with a left hand. Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Good block there by Blood. Very nice work from both men. They each got a shot in.
Work the body.
That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Jones.
Keep it going.
He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Rhodes. He's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Jones is really working well. That last round, he was accurate. Look at the punch numbers. Good block by Junior. Takes one, but gets one. Good work by Rhodes. Good block by Blood. A well-placed left hand by Rose. Rose's swelling will not be what his corner wants to see. It's been a recent trend, Teddy, where we've seen in the heavyweight division a lot of Eastern Europeans dominating. Why do you think that is?
Same thing in basketball. I don't think they're the better athletes, but you know what? There's an urgency. There's a real hunger. This is their opportunity. The fighters over here and the basketball players, for that part, they have too many options here. Over there, they make the most of it, and fundamentally, they're very sound.
from both men. They each got a shot in. A headshot blocked. Rose is not putting forth the defense you need to have at this level of the game.
No, but you gotta come here with it, Joe. You know, it's easy for you and me to sit back and say, hey, you gotta block punches, you gotta move your head, you gotta evade punches, use your legs. But if you haven't been taught that, and believe it or not, this is boxing 101, this is basic rudiments, basic fundamentals. Some guys have not been taught the defensive skills.
Rose's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch. Missed the body shot. Back and forth exchange. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Lands the counter. Jones is now showing us something that could have a great impact on this fight, Teddy, and that's his ability to counter.
Yeah, he's mixing it up a little bit. We know he can lead, we know he can get off first, but now this dimension, serving him well.
How about a return to sender with the left hand? Thought he had his target, but way off to the side with the uppercut. Just knifing up with that uppercut by Rhodes. 10 seconds remaining in this round.
Keep it up. Keep those hands moving. Keep your hands up, all right? You have to keep your hands up. Get on that. Get on that.
The action starts up again, but it's only favored one man. Hard to see this fight going the distance based on what we've witnessed so far. Well, his opponent is opening up and coming forward, so I would think there's some opportunities that exist.
Yeah, I think some counter-punching opportunities. Opportunities not on the front end, but on the back end.
Jones is doing well sticking to a game plan on the outside. Well, supposed to be fighting, but instead he's hugging. A stinging counterpunch after some fine defense by Junior. He has taken a lot of punishment here.
Well, the special fighters find a way, even when it's desperate like this, to survive. He's got to find that way right now.
What a fight. What a great... Oh, and there you go. He goes down from a big right hand. So he is able to get up to his feet after that knockdown, but Teddy, it's what's ahead that's the problem.
Yeah, we're getting a peek right now into his heart, into his soul.
moving, keep moving. Move, keep moving around the ring.
There's a taste of the sweet science. You see the skill he has in counterpunching.
And you know what he's doing? He's taking his opponent's jab away.
Well, maybe one of the most impressive characteristics and traits in all of boxing. We're seeing it on display here. He has an iron chin. Forceful uppercut by Rose. Rose is coming off another close and competitive round, but still, Teddy, I think he's slightly down on the scorecards.
Yeah, the key is not what you think, Joe, even though I love what you think, but the key is what he thinks. He has to know that. It's very important for him, and a lot of times, a guy under pressure wants to know what he wants to know. He wants to maybe think in his mind that he's ahead, and it's important that somebody gives him the news.
All right, breathe in. Take a deep breath. Great job that round. You're doing well.
Round number 5 has arrived. Jones is heading out there for this round, hoping that his legs are under him the way they need to be. He was dropped the last round.
Well, he's going to find out. See, that's a good thing you just said, hoping. Well, he can't hope his legs are under him. He's got to find that out, because if he goes out there and tries to use them and they're not, he's going to fall all over the place, and the referee's going to stop him. His opponent's going to jump on him. So while the referee's counting, what he's got to do is test him out a little bit. So now you know how to go about surviving the round. Do you just stay on the ropes and move your head, or do you use your bicycle?
Comes right back at him with a left hand. Able to dismiss that body shot. Halfway into round number 5 here.
Move your head.
Missed the body shot. Teddy, you know what I'm so impressed by? Obviously, the pace of this fight is just ridiculous. But how hungry these guys are. How badly each guy wants it.
Joe, this is the kind of fight that it has nothing to do about money. It has everything to do about legacy. How they're going to be remembered.
Rose's defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch. Coming to the end of round number 5, last 10 seconds. Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Rose has got to understand where he is right now in this fight. He'd be delusional to think that this is a close fight. He's down.
Yeah, and I don't think I'm delusional, and I have him down. But the thing right now is he's got to roll those dice. He has to really gamble if he's going to get back in charge of this fight.
The tactical game paying off. You can see the counter punch.
Yeah, you see the counter punch, but you know what I see? I see a little tentativeness now in him, because he's afraid to let anything go, because when he misses, bang, it gets caught.
Oh, and look at this, Teddy, wasting no time getting to know each other.
No, they came right to the center ring, said hello.
Jones is doing a great job right there on the inside, smartly landing shots. Jones has been showing that supreme skill by utilizing his jab as a way to open up that door.
Yeah, it sets up everything. I mean, you know, not only opens the door, but it allows him to go into the living room, and that's what he's doing. He's going into that living room and he's moving furniture around, you know. He's kind of making it his house right now.
And now just wasting away some time with that clinch. Halfway through round 6. He took a go of it to the body, but came up empty. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Forceful uppercut by Rose. Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
A precise power punch in return by Rhodes. Jones is in complete control. Teddy, way ahead on the scorecards every which way, isn't he?
Yeah, every which way, and especially the most important way, I think, is that the fight is in his kind of pace. It's a fast-paced fight. It's an outside fight. It's exactly what he wants, not only to be ahead, which we think he is, but to stay ahead.
Listen, I need some more punches, okay? Whenever he misses coming, don't look for just big punches, okay? Use your speed.
Another round. Will it go in another one-way direction? It's been a one-sided fight so far tonight.
You're not focusing.
Not precise at all by Rhodes. Nice block by Junior. Good block by Junior. Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. Rose's legs just aren't there, but with good reason, Teddy. His opponent's been going to the body.
Yeah, he has, and again, that's like putting money in the bank there, Joe. You put the money in the bank, and, you know, you don't get rich right away, but you keep putting that body, you keep putting the money in that bank, and all of a sudden the interest, it starts to accumulate, and before you know it, you're rich. Or, like right here, you have your opponent where he's breaking down.
Oh, and there you go. Jones is nailed by a huge hook. Holy cow. Remember earlier, he was on the canvas. Now he's looking down on his opponent.
And we thought it was a bad thing earlier for him. It turned out to be a bad thing for his opponent because he got careless here.
He gets up after that punch put him down on the canvas.
Now he needs to get on that bicycle and stay away from this guy.
Nice block by Junior. Rose is now at a point in this fight where his defense is going to become crucial. He has to protect that eye. The swollen eye is getting worse.
And he does. He has to be cognizant of everything. He needs anything out there that he can use for an advantage right now. He's got to position himself where his opponent can't get into the place where he can throw punches towards that bad eye, towards that blind spot where he has no vision. He's got to keep the fight where that good eye is always able to pick up those punches. He's got to position himself in a perfect way now.
Rose is not looking so good right now. Ever since that knockdown, he just looks like a beaten down fighter. Not much energy to him.
No, he's got to remember his corner has to tell him, hey, you know what? You're not short range. You're not the invisible man. You know, it can be seen by your opponent, and he's only going to get on you more.
Accuracy an issue there. Didn't land that straight right hand. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, when special events have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. Good counter punch. Jones has shown us that if he pulls this trigger, he's hitting that target. His accuracy is great.
Well, that's part of his ability. You know, I mean, it's not just his hand speed and he's technically good. You know, he's got a little bit of pop, but he knows when to throw. See, that's important, Joe. Knowing when to let the hands go. He knows exactly what time it is.
How about a return to sender with the left hand? And a top-notch right hand by Rose. Rose is getting outworked here, Teddy. And correct me if I'm wrong, but he's clearly losing this fight.
Yeah, I have him that way on my scorecard. And the only way he's going to get back into it, well, you know, it's the pretty common way, the pretty regular way. You got to start moving those hands a little bit more. You know, you don't win fights if you don't throw enough punches.
Oh! Jones is hit by a right hand. Well, that's exactly what he deserves. The and now he's on the record of saying, I saw Rose is now getting a second warning from the referee. And you know that can lead to some pretty bad things. Rose is getting caught with headshots. But Teddy, to me this is pretty simple. Move your head.
Otherwise, the other guy will. And he's been moving his head for him all night.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. Roses, and he goes down again. Will he get up from this?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
He went down from a big shot. Now he's got to have some big guts to move along.
You're going to find out exactly what he's made of.
Oh, his opponent got away from that uppercut. 60 seconds to go in what has been a toe-to-toe war. Oh, what a great round. Jones is out of trouble there getting away from that power shot. Really wanted that uppercut, but just couldn't get it. Oh, Jones is banged by a left hand. Teddy, making predictions in boxing is often a dangerous task, but I'll make one right here that seems pretty obvious to me as we come to the end of that round here. This fight is going to be a brutal display as long as it lasts.
It's kind of like going and watching that home run contest. Nobody's trying to hit singles or doubles. You know they're all going for the...